One of the features that makes Magic so uniquely strategic is the stack. All spells resolve using the stack. Please note that lands, which have no mana cost and therefore are not spells, do not use the stack. When you play your land for the turn, it enters the battlefield immediately. The stack allows players to respond to spells being cast, normally with an instant. When you cast a spell, starting with you, both players have a chance to cast a spell in response. Think of it as the spells stacking on top of each other. When both players have no more actions to take, the spells resolve from the top of the stack down. First in, last out. Let's see an example. My opponent targets my 2 toughness Runeclaw Bear with Shock, a spell that deals 2 damage to any target. If this resolves, my bear is toast. Fortunately, I have a response. Before Shock resolves, I cast Giant Growth, targeting my bear. My opponent is out of options, and the stack begins to resolve. Since Giant Growth was cast last, it resolves first, and my bear is now a 5/5. With a beefy 5 toughness, it shakes off the 2 damage shock with no problem. Let's make it a little more complicated. In an attempt to kill my bear, my opponent casts Shock. I respond with Giant Growth, which should be enough to save it. However, my opponent casts a second Shock in response. Since the most recent spell resolves first and I'm out of cards, my bear takes 2 damage before Giant Growth resolves, which is enough to destroy it. Since the Giant Growth and the Shock that are still on the stack no longer have a valid target, they fizzle and go to the graveyard. The stack may seem complicated, but the name is very literal. The cards pile up and resolve from the top of the pile down. Remember, first in, last out.